Okay, maybe today I can get to the sea. This looks like the other side of the Mediterranean in Albania. All right, this goes straight to the sea right here. Let's see what happens. This is gorgeous. There it is, Al Bahr. Ras Jebel, Tunisia, Al Maghrib, North Africa, and once again the Mediterranean Sea from the other side. There are some people hanging out here in their cars. It is almost the midday prayer at Asr, within the hour. And my host told me that this area is really not that beautiful compared to Rafraf, which is about 2 hours walk away, or a pretty short drive. But this is pretty beautiful to me. Yeah, there's some trash on the ground, but ocean for as far as the eye can see, and it is beautiful white sands here in super Saharan Africa. This is really peaceful here. Great weather today. Beautiful wooded areas. I'm hoping I can get a vista of the city on the hills a little bit the other direction. A little bit of North Africa. This is wild pretty. I hope it looks nice on the camera, but it is definitely nicer in person. I think the design and architecture here is really fantastic. All the ways you can do a flat top building. So I'm here in Tunisia and I'm thinking about how quiet I am and also my attitudes and how I adjust to people around me everywhere I go. And I'm even being quiet now because I don't want people to hear me. But there was some excuse me. Some people who now are staying below me in this apartment that I rent here. And it's a white dude from, I think, maybe somewhere in Great Britain or Australia. And his girlfriend or wife, who is from Southeast Asia somewhere. They're loud. They play music. The guy seems to be a musician. And they both sing out loud. I can't really hear them. And their dialects are both of a thick variety of English that is not mine. But it's interesting how they get here right away and they're loud right from the beginning, and they play music, which is like totally different from this Arab Ramadan world. To me, I'm like adjusting. I adjust to the fast, I adjust to the fashion, I adjust, and I don't like extrovert a lot from the inside. Because to me, I'm actually interested in the environment and I'm going to merge with it in some senses, whether I like it or not. So it's interesting, these people who just got here. I've been here for 10 days and I have not extroverted in 10 days as much as they have in an hour or 10 hours longer they've been there. It makes me feel like I'm hiding everywhere I am in the world, but it allows me to really see places for what they are. Because once I go out there, when I'm seen, I'm different looking pretty much no matter where I go. So, man, they're listening to Backstreet Boys here. It's so weird. Like, this place is so much different now. And I feel like it's a little bit more comfortable because I can extrovert more Western things. So this is the West, Maghreb in Islam, but not the West in the world. And this just place just got way more Western because of the people who are staying downstairs. Oh, and they're loud and they're yelling at each other in English, and I can't tell if they're laughing or yelling. but they're like a storm of people. I don't know. They're just loud. It probably benefits if the dude is like a touring musician or something. And here's the adhan in the background. That's what I'm used to, is the call to prayer in Tunisian Arabic. But also now I hear Backstreet Boys. So it's like the Maghrib, Islamic West, and the west of the world juxtaposed. That's interesting, yeah. It doesn't bother me that they're loud because it kind of like allows me a shadow of like, oh, in comparison to them, I almost feel more like a Tunisian at this point than a Westerner. Just maybe because the way I've already adjusted to this place over 10 days. I used to feel like the Westerner, and now I don't. Even though I'm from farther west in the United States than this UK or Aussie, plus the Southeast Asian girl, their culture is West, like American music. They listened to Hotel California before. They're more inculcated by American culture in an expressive sense than I am. And it makes me wonder why they're here, why I'm here. Because for me to come here during Ramadan, it's because I want to see the Muslim world in North Africa during Ramadan. Why the hell are these people here? To listen to Backstreet Boys. Anyway, I was playing Kirby's Dream Course before and have been, and maybe will again, instead of being full-time in the Islamic world. But, yeah, it's a different, this introverted style of mine that I probably started living like when I was a little kid and never stopped. But it makes me wonder, how are people so extroverted and loud? Like, how do they have the audacity to go and be like that? And they're not like wondering like, oh, does this bother the people around me? Because they're not conscious of that at all. Whereas I am kind of obsessed with that. But my obsession with that has allowed me to become extremely adaptable to many places on Earth. And there's a lot of amazing experiences I've had with that. That kind of like agreeableness is like, that's how I experience all these cultures. That's how I learn any amount of language. That's how I take in the outside world. But other people stomp around this world really loud. I don't know how they take in the outside world. Maybe they don't. They are the outside world. And it's kind of inspiring that they can live like that. Sometimes I'm able to be like that. But it's like, I want to know how the other person is going to act before I act. It's a little bit out of politeness, but in a certain sense, a lot out of strategy. Why is there so much American music? America is I should say, the United States is the biggest exporter of culture. I've heard that, and I agree with it. The United States is the biggest exporter of culture, media, music. Black Eyed Peas is playing. And then, I'm from the USA, and I feel like I'm the biggest importer of culture from the outside because I already lived this USA culture thing unavoidably for decades. And there's, when I haven't heard it in a while, it's very nice to hear. It's familiar, and it makes me feel like I'm back in my home country. That at this point, I can't even imagine affording being able to live in, because I never did when I was there. But it's like America is this big, loud speaker box, and the people who get into American United States values are loud and boisterous. This ugly American stereotype, and it's not even the Americans doing that. I'm an American. I'm a U.S. passport holder. I was born in the Midwest. And I do fear embodying this ugly American stereotype. But then here are some non-Americans blasting American media, being loud. Speaking very loudly in English. And the ugly American stereotype perhaps is not the individuals who happen to be American by birth, but it's those who are inculcated by American culture, no matter where they are in the world.